Hello students, welcome to IAEA. Today we're gonna dive into very important topic, that is the recent Iran-Israel war and the role of US in it. The recent Iran-Israel war started because of the Operation Rising Lion. Israel launched a large-scale military operations named Operation Rising Lion against Iran, and the operation involved a series of airstrikes hitting more than 100 targets across Iran. And the key targets were Iranian nuclear facilities, military infrastructure, missile sites, top military and nuclear personnel. And the major site attacked were Natanz nuclear facility in Isfahan, that is core of Iran's uranium enrichment program. And two important officials were killed, that is Major General Muhammad Begari, who was Chief of Staff of Armed Forces, General Hussein Salami, that is Chief of Islamic Revolutionary Guard Groups, Iran's most powerful institution, he was also killed. And Israel has expanded targets also and is attacking multiple sites across Iran. And from the perspective of UPSC, you must know the locations, as lot of questions have been framed on locations. So, Nuclear Research Center and two military bases were attacked. First is Bidkaneh, that is located in Tehran, and it is a missile development and production site. Second is Kermanshah, which is a missile base and multiple military bases. So, what is the significance? It is Israel's most extensive attack on a sovereign nation state since the 1967 war. So why did Israel has attacked Iran? This is a fundamental question and a curious one which everyone wants to know. So the first and foremost thing is International Atomic Energy Agency passed a resolution declaring Iran non-compliant with its nuclear obligations for the first time in 20 years. And what is the cause? Iran was found conducting secret nuclear activities at 3 undisclosed sites. And what was Israel's concern? A nuclear Iran is viewed by Israel as an existential threat. And what is the diplomatic stalemate? US-Iran talks in Oman to revive the 2015 nuclear deal saw very little progress. So what can be the wider geopolitical implications? There can be a risk of regional war. As we have seen, Iran's drone retaliation and threats may escalate into open conflict. Second, diplomatic fallout. The strike has likely derailed US-Iran talks on reviving the 2015 nuclear deal. Third, shifting alliances. Shared threat from Iran is bringing Arab states closer to Israel and strengthening the ties. The Abraham Accords may deepen with enhanced Gulf-Israel security cooperation. And what are the reasons for US attack on Iran during the ongoing Iran-Israel war? As we know, Israel is a key ally of US. So, he wants to protect its key ally under direct Iranian attack. Second, preventing nuclear escalation. America is targeting Iran's nuclear sites to stop weapons-grade enrichment. Third, retaliation for proxy attacks. Responded to attacks on US bases by Iran-backed militias such as Houthis and Hezbollah. Other can be securing the oil routes, for example, to ensure safe passage through Strait of Hormuz. Failure of diplomacy can be another thing because Iran has ignored global resolutions and continued its aggression. Other is cyber or missile threats. So Iran posed imminent threat to US assets through missile attacks. International Atomic Energy Agency has also censured Iran in this context. The International Atomic Energy Agency Board of Governors has declared Iran non-compliant with its nuclear non-proliferation obligations. Investigative findings. So, Iran was found to have conducted secret nuclear activities at 3 undisclosed sites. Now, the board may escalate the matter to UNSC in this regard. So, what are the potential consequences of it? Sanctions reinstatement. The censure could trigger the snapback of sanctions by UN or European powers. 2015 nuclear deal may impact. In 2015, a deal was signed with Iran, that is Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. So under it, Iran and P5+1 countries, that is US, UK, France, Russia, China, plus one is Germany here. So the objective of JCPOA was to restrict Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. And what Iran committed under this JCPOA deal, it capped uranium enrichment at 3.67%, and it limits centrifuges and enriched uranium stockpile, and it allowed International Atomic Energy Agency inspections and monitoring. But in 2018, the US exited under President Trump and again reinstated sanctions. And Iran's response was that it began breaching enrichment limits. And the JCPOA deal is said to be expired in October 2025. Now, Iran has reacted in a negative manner as it has condemned the International Atomic Energy Agency resolution as politically motivated and biased, and it has threatened to withdraw from the NPT also. So you must know about NPT. NPT is Nuclear Proliferation Treaty, which was signed in 1968. It prevents spread of nuclear weapons, promotes peaceful use of nuclear energy, and aims for global nuclear disarmament. And under NPT, Iran is obligated to allow International Atomic Energy Agency inspections and also has to limit uranium enrichment. Now, if Iran is withdrawing from NPT, what can be the implications? It would make Iran's nuclear program opaque, raising global security concerns. And Iran plans to open a new uranium enrichment facility at a strategically secure site and increase its enriched uranium stockpile. US Iran nuclear talks have been ongoing since April 2025, and 5 rounds of negotiations has taken place focused on preventing Iran from developing nuclear weapons in exchange for sanctions relief. And the US acknowledges Iran's right to peaceful nuclear energy but opposes uranium enrichment on Iranian soil due to weaponization of risks. US Iran nuclear negotiations. The US proposed that consortium of Arab states and the US may handle enrichment and supply fuel to Iran, which Iran has rejected, asserting its right to enrich uranium independently. So wider geopolitical implications can be, there can be a regional war, as we have seen Iran, Israel, and US. As the threat is looming large, it is important to know about the ongoing trends. So we'll keep in touch with all those topics in another video. Thank you for watching the video. Do share and subscribe the channel.